It is a true David versus Goliath story. And can German Amigos take down the squad of KCorp? It's going to be a hot one, Turtle. As we watch this, as we have one of the #1 offenses going up against one of the #1 defenses.
Yeah, I mean, if you witnessed that series yesterday with German Amigos against Team Liquid, I mean, they were talking about it so much on the pre-show. Very defensive approach. Talks in the interview said that they already had that planned out and knew how they wanted to perform and position against them. And already we're seeing some good offense from KC, and this is what we expect yet again. More defense out of German Amigos with a onslaught of shots. Here comes Vatira, the first shot, the first goal, and things are already going a little bit more as we expected to.
Yeah, great infield pass, and Ivan even tracked this ball, but just a screamer put on target in the first 30 seconds from Vatira. He's been pretty quiet so far, but that one wakes up KCorp early as they take the early lead here, and German Amigos have their work cut out for them.
And that's just the thing, Subi. I mean, the quality that Karmine Corp have for every single shot, I think, is on another level. Definitely in a league above Team Liquid. While the mechanics can sometimes be close if Team Liquid are feeling good on that day, Karmine Corp, like Johnny said, just simply don't make those mistakes. They don't miss often. If you're going to see a shot come out, it's going to be a high-quality shot. And for that reason, I don't think this defensive approach that we saw from German Amigos will work. But actually, I like what I'm seeing so far. They need to push up into the midfield, get more aggressive, and not rely so heavily on those goal line saves. That ball did transfer just slightly over the box of Karmine Corp, but they're able to handle it nicely.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Turtle, that KCorp is much better at capitalizing on opportunities over a lot of teams in Europe and the world, for that matter, as again, here they go in the driver's seat here on offense. Hitachi trying to get the ball going. And for German Amigos, you saw that slight push downfield. They're going to kind of have to get out of their comfort zone if they want to take down KCorp. They can't just rely on all three sitting back. They're going to eventually have to go all in.
But I am impressed so far. I mean, they're holding offense rather well. You've got Ivan now rotating out and leaving it for Tox. Could get a good setup for Catalysm downfield. The opportunities are there, and they're starting to generate some form of offense. And I think that's the main takeaway for German Amigos. They shouldn't try and stay on offense, obviously, as long as possible because the counterattack is going to be immense from Karmine Corp. And they're still open and able to play as defensive as they want. Just try and get a little more aggressive and let your teammates get some boost. That's going to come in huge. But here comes a big clear down the other side. Itachi 50-50 with Tox. Goes the way of Karmine Corp, but we've got some more pressure coming on from the side of the blue team.
Yeah, they're not going to have to turn the aggression all the way up to 11 just yet, but they definitely need to start turning that dial a little further up as we just passed halftime. Still down by 1. German Amigos searching for their first goal of the series, but you know, ironically, they are out shooting KCorp at this point, and it is a low shooting affair. 3-2. This one just narrowly missing, but Exotic gonna finish it off and extend that lead to 2.
And here's the tricky thing about Karmine Corp. Their transitions are just as strong as that of German Amigos. And here comes Exotic from his own end all the way downfield. And that's something that I definitely wanted to highlight was the transitions from Karmine Corp. We saw it in the replay package and the top plays from yesterday with that transition from Itachi. He took it from his own corner and then ended up getting a goal by himself. So these dribbles, these solo plays, I mean, look at him go again. Here comes Itachi. He recognizes the space, gets a flick over one, and while he can't go in for another solo goal, that's so impactful for this team of Karmine Corp.
It just garners respect from the defense, and it also constantly keeping them guessing. Great demo there from Exotic. Catalysm was about to rotate in. He was third man, going to be at the top of the box to receive that pass, but deleted. Still on offense is German Amigos, but here comes KCorp. Hitachi slows it down yet again. Exotic in follow-up. Just over top. And the soft shot gets tucked under the crossbar.
This is so well thought out. Look at this slow approach from Exotic. He has more boost in the tank. He could have gone for a speedier shot, but realizes that top right corner is wide open so long as he can get the placement. The absolute finesse from this man to get the third goal. That's what makes Karmine Corp so special and allow them to be so consistent. Big shout out to Exotic on that shot.
Yeah, great heads-up play as Vatira sees Exotic in the corner. Exotic, nice shot, but a little too high up off the crossbar. And surely Exotic's going to finish that one to give himself a hat trick here in game number 1.
And it looks like they're continuing their trend, about to get the 5th goal, 1 away. And if you pay attention to the series yesterday against G1 Karmine Corp, for the last 3 games that they took against G1, they scored 5 goals, ridiculous shooting. And it looks like they're trying to repeat that statistic here against German Amigos in game 1. And Exotic has actually been a highlight player. And if you listen to that interview yesterday with Itachi, he was talking about how everybody needs to put more respect on Exotic's name. And he's definitely making a case for himself in this one.
I listened to it a little bit, That's pretty good.
Just a little bit.
Really good questions, That interview did a great
Whoever
job.
interviewed him, man, he was so handsome too.
I think we should tell Psyonix he deserves a raise. But either way, less than 1 minute to go here. German Amigos still haven't found 1 goal. And obviously, this is best case scenario for KCorp, but for a multitude of reasons. And one of those is you don't want to allow German Amigos to start. Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, a little 1, 2, 3 passing play in the box, and they get 1 to go.
And a little glimpse of greatness here. Ivan across over to Catalysm, who puts it back into the midfield for Tox. Everybody getting involved, everybody getting a piece of it. And there's the German Amigos that we could potentially see more on offense. It's just a matter of time before Karmine Corp might slip a little bit. Maybe in game 2 that firepower comes out, but you can't let Karmine Corp get a 4-goal lead before you score that first one.
Exactly. All of the.
But okay.
What in the world?
No. This isn't planned. There's no way, right?
No,
right?
Well, maybe. He is one of the greatest. Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
There's no way. I'm not believing it, stupid. You tell me that Vatira planned that. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just say it was calculated, but that's the 5th goal. The trend continues. And Karmine Corp still. I mean, this is a slaughter in game 1, right? Is that mean to say?
No, it's just accuracy to say, It's what's happening, and we just kind of call it as it is. It started off slow. There was an early goal from KCorp, and it looked like German Amigos just might be able to knot it all up. But at the end of game 1, KCorp take the victory 5-1 over German Amigos, and the momentum fully on the side of the blue squad.
It's just ridiculous from Karmine Corp to be this consistent and, over the span of the past 4 games that we've seen from them. Like I said, they've scored 5 goals in every single game, which is almost unheard of. I'm not sure if that's breaking a record or not, but that's a very impressive statistic to come up with on the offensive side. And their defense is also so strong. They only let up 1 goal, and it was to this immaculate team play that, to German Amigos' credit, was very well thought out and very well executed. But that's it. That's all it took, or that's what it takes, to score against Karmine Corp's defense. And then also you got to worry about their offense. They are pretty much too much to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough to beat. And are you going to be able to get those 1, 2, 3 passing combos up to close, tight in the box like that?
Do it, yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's one of those plays where you're essentially going all in. You have all 3 players pushed that far forward, and it takes that much to get a goal. And it's not going to work out every time, like we saw from the first goal from KCorp. Hey, you want to push up? Great, but you're going to leave that net wide open. And as we say that, game number 2 underway. And Turtle, God, I love this map. It is so pretty.
We're back. The aesthetic has returned. Our eyes can be blessed, and we'll see if that maybe invigorates something in German Amigos and inspires them to play even better. And I don't even think they had a bad game 1. I just think KCorp are that high quality of a team right now. But here comes Vatira trying to continue his tear on offense. For German Amigos, it's difficult. We're going to have to see something that we haven't seen out of this team yet. That passing play was definitely a big highlight moment, but we need that consistently throughout all 5 minutes of game 2.
But in fairness, it was also in garbage time. 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
They're down by 4. Is KCorp really that concerned about not letting that ball go in the net? I don't know. Yeah, so it's hard to say. And I do agree. It's not that German Amigos looked bad. It's just KCorp looked that good. It's like looking at a little tiny featherweight fighting and saying, oh yeah, he's a good fighter, but you stand next to a guy that's 6'6", 400 pounds, one punch is all it takes, and that's what they're going up against with KCorp.
But there have been better transitions and more offense from German Amigos than I expected. If you pay attention to the Team Liquid series with German Amigos trying to take them on, German Amigos were constantly stuck in their own half. Like, they barely had any possession. This is already more than what they had in Game 2 against Team Liquid. So there is a change in play style. Is it enough, though? And can they generate opportunities?
Well, and immediately they get counterattacked. Shot on target, forced to be saved. And here comes Ivan, trying to get this ball cleared out. Vatira slows it down, and Tox puts it right back to the corner. And here comes Itachi. He's up high, gets the shot just off of the crossbar. It was well read, but the accuracy, it's that 0.1% wasn't there.
Characteristic miss from Itachi, but still a good look nonetheless. Nice bounce into the midfield. Here comes Itachi again, trying to redeem himself. A flip reset opportunity, saved away by Tox, but it's back into the midfield. And look at how quick KCorp are to continue to put shot after shot on the net of German Amigos.
Almost a clone of game number 1's goal. An infield pass from Exotic to Vatira. Just hot on target, and no shot you're going to get a touch on that ball as KCorp again find themselves in the lead. Vatira, big demo, and Exotic capitalizes. Great teamwork on this play.
Yeah, there's just so many different layers with this approach. You've got Vatira, who takes the corner boost, then uses all of it, snipes the defender out mid-air, and then, of course, you get the follow-up double tap from Exotic. That is incredible stuff from this blue squad. And the blue wall stands tall. 2 goals, 0 for German Amigos. We'll see if this continues.
You're good at rhyming. You should try rap sometime.
No.
But yeah, I mean, just look at that shot from Exotic and the focus that it takes to be able to hammer that one home, and the trust. Just knowing that Vatira is calling out that he's going for a bump or a demo, and he absolutely clobbers the defender. And, you know, you just go through that unfazed. You just keep your eye on the ball and focus on that shot. Impressive stuff from Exotic, and you can understand why Itachi basically said, keep Exotic's name out of your mouth. You know, he knows what this guy brings to the table, and it is on full display today.
It's definitely been a treat to watch, but there's still plenty of time for German Amigos to get back into this. Just a little under 2 minutes. Obviously, they can't move out slow. They've still got to move with a lot of speed, and just getting 1 goal seems to be so difficult against Karmine Corp. But here we go, off the sidewall, and we've got more possession for Karmine Corp. They're trying to get some demos, feeling boost. What does Tox have? A slow approach could lead to something, but it's given immediately away, and Exotic can go in for a clear.
Yeah, we need to see a little more sense of urgency from German Amigos. Down 2 goals. Minute 15 to go here in game number 2, and you're already down 1 goal, or 1 game rather, I'm sorry, in the series. And for German Amigos, they only have 1 shot on target in 4 minutes of gameplay. That is not the way you're going to be able to beat Karmine Corp. A shot on target there, but turned away by Vatira. Less than a minute to go. German Amigos getting to work, but immediately this ball goes back to their own half.
And I think the only way you could hope to get a goal right now is if Karmine Corp get too confident and start to extend in areas where they don't need to. But the composure is there from these 3 veterans on Karmine Corp. They're not overextending. They're still playing deep in their rotation, always having a 3rd man back. Even with a 2-goal lead, they've got the security. They could overextend, and actually they do overextend. Nobody home. Itachi loses that 50, and it slips in.
Yeah, watch the wave dash here. Just a little bit to, well, kind of a wave dash. Not really, more of a flip. Either way, great 50 from Catalysm there to bring them within 1. Good heads-up play, like you said, on that 50.
Do you believe, Subi? Do you believe? 30 seconds to go. German Amigos. Movement downfield. Save from Vatira. Good pre-jump save, but there's still more pressure to deal with.
I believe. Catalysm, I believe. And Itachi saw that one coming, recognized he was up on that backboard, and Exotic. Tons of space. Almost gets the 50 to go in, and Here comes Ivan. Needs this one to go on target. Flip reset. Yes, gets the shot. And somehow Itachi keeps it out. And KCorp get away with game number 2. And you recognize why they were playing so spaced out, why they didn't want to let one little ball go through, because all it takes is one, and German Amigos are right there.
And that last second save from Itachi was crucial for Karmine Corp to stay alive, because I believe Tox was chasing down Vatira in the back line. So if Itachi doesn't get that touch, the ball might slip in, or at least create an opportunity right in front of the net. And as we take a look at the replays, you can see the hype, you can see the determination from KCorp, but a much better showing from German Amigos. It was slow in the beginning, but my goodness, they managed to battle back, and there was a moment where we could have seen an overtime, Subi.
You know what, Turtle? I'm going to respectfully argue with you right now.
Okay.
It was a much better showing in the terms of the scoreboard. I agree. Okay. But when they go 4 minutes with only one shot on target, and yes, we know they're a heavy defense team, it's not a way that you're going to beat KCorp. Yeah, you can sit back on defense and turn away shot after shot after shot. But in my opinion, it looks good for the scoreboard, but it doesn't look good for the ocular test when we're watching the game. Right. You're not going to beat KCorp. You're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And for German Amigos, that's the gameplay change they need moving in after this timeout.
And, they might be agreeing with you, and that's why they're taking this timeout to reset, get that extra 60 seconds and take a break. But on the side of KCorp, there's not too much to change, to implement here. It's routine as usual, just another day at the office. And this is all in the hands of German Amigos. How are they going to change their play style? And, Subi, for as much as you're disagreeing with me, I just don't know what options that German Amigos truly have besides trying to hold it down on defense, because if they try and overextend and get more aggressive, I don't think they have, the firepower to match up with KCorp. And I think that it's also so dangerous because you know how lethal those counterattacks can be from KCorp. So to me, it's almost like the only option for them is to try and barely edge out a win by either setting it to OT or just being so efficient with your opportunities. If you're getting 3 or 4 shots, that's enough. And that might be the only option for German Amigos.
Yeah, I guess I took the easy argument of saying, KCorp good. Like you're in the tough spot to try and good. Yeah, you're in German the tough spot to argue, debate why they aren't. You're trying to say, okay, hey, why is the sky not blue? Yeah no, it is blue. KCorp's good, and they're going into game 3 with a 2-game advantage.
Well, this might be where Verge can come through with some hidden tactics that we might not have seen, but at the end of the day, it's all about being realistic and working with what you've got and trying to at least show your strengths on this field. And for me, the strengths of German Amigos are that defense. So maybe there's a way you could trap Karmine Corp and show up the same way you did against Liquid, but we'll see. Everything is going to unfold now in this game right in front of us, and hopefully something changes for German Amigos, because they've got to implement something soon.
They had the right idea there of sending the first man forward. Instead of rotating out, just push forward, go for their third man, try and get a bump. He did make contact, but unfortunately it wasn't a demo, so he was able to get back to get that save. But already we're seeing much more aggression from German Amigos as Exotic gets a shot on target. I think it kind of took Tox off guard, even though he was ready on that post, and did get credited with the save as Catalysm trying to get this ball out. And yeah, it's going to be a tough one, Turtle. You try and lure in KCorp, but they just are so wise with their third man to not push too far forward and not give up their back line.
Yeah, very stoic out of KCorp. Good early shot from Vatira trying to apply pressure just within the first minute and a half and maybe get the defense to bite, but German Amigos steady on their goal line. Here comes Ivan through the corner off the backboard. Itachi is lurking. He's going to drop it right down to Exotic, who has a weaker shot than expected. But either way, a good save from German Amigos.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. I love when you see an offender up on the back wall and you never know if a shot's coming out or just drop down pass. It's always exciting stuff to watch. Nothing unfolding there was no pressure on that ball. German Amigos had the opportunity for a shot on target, but unfortunately no one was there. And here comes Vatira. There goes the ball, and there is a goal for KCorp to take the lead.
I mean, just look at this speed from Vatira. He's got full boost, flies so quickly up to that aerial, dusts the defender, and then gets an open right side of the net to shoot at. That's why being speedy in this game can be so effective. There's no chance that there's going to be a defender who can read that faster than Vatira. The first goal in favor again for KCorp. This has got to sting for German Amigos.
Trying to figure out what they can do, and again, Ivan going for the bump, and somehow the defender able to come out unscathed as Exotic just pushes it all the way down the pitch. Ivan rotated out. Thankfully, Catalysm there to play third man. Catalysm uses a lot of boost to get there on that ball. Was it worth it is the question. You're at a 2v1 disadvantage, ball rolling down, and Tox gets an absolutely mental read there to save that goal.
Yeah, and he had to get a touch because Vatira had that red dropping down from the top of the dome, and that would have been another one for KCorp. So they're able to fend off the second follow-up attempt, but for how long? 2 minutes and 9 on the clock. Tox, nice dribble down the other side, and he gets around 2 defenders. This is a good look from the corner, but immediately turned away from Itachi. Look at how quickly Karmine Corp are to attack and at least have somebody going up for a challenge. There's not too much space given to the orange cards.
Great plays all over the pitch so far from KCorp. So far in this one, 5 shots, make it 6, and almost another goal denied by Tox, and Ivan gets the clear as Vatira. Don't know what he was doing up there. I don't think anyone on the field knew what he was doing up there, but he gets out, rotates back, plays third man. Going to keep this ball alive for KCorp.
6 shots now on the side of KCorp. Vatira was trying to do a fancy little dance around Catalysm. Didn't work out. We've got 2 shots on the side of German Amigos. They have had, I'd say, more quality opportunities. There was that moment where they could have gotten a demo play, but unfortunately the accuracy on the shot wasn't there. But still trying to connect the pieces is German Amigos. Meanwhile, Karmine Corp, they have pretty much finalized what they wanted their painting to look like, and now they're just holding it down for the final minute.
And so far, I mean, it's really looking like Stumpy's going to be turning himself into a pie face after this one.
Yeah, I don't know where Stumpy was getting that feeling, that gut reaction. I'd still like him to be right. Like, I would love the entertaining series, but I don't know if it's even possible at this point with what we're seeing out of Karmine.
I mean,
right? It's crazy.
It's a tough ask, and if it does happen, it's going to come off of
a
reverse sweep. And a good look here. Ball just hanging, but no one able to get the follow-up in less than 25 seconds to go here. And again, German Amigos chasing a goal. They can't let one go in.
It's gotta be it.
Length of the field. Itachi well read into the side wall. Does get that double tap, and Catalysm keeps this ball alive. 10 seconds to go here. Tox has Ivan available. Can he find him? No, the ball's still alive in the corner. And Catalysm doing everything he can. Coming off of the ceiling. Ball is up, ball is down, and KCorp trying to send German Amigos away. They put him on match point.
1 game away from continuing their tear in these regional events and making it all the way back to the grand finals. That's got to feel good for Karmine Corp, but they haven't done it quite yet. There's still 1 more game to go, 5 more minutes. German Amigos already used their timeout, so they can't take another break, and whatever they tried to implement or change in this game, apparently it did not work. It was a close call, though. 1 goal was all it took for KCorp, but they kept it within 1, which is a positive note for German Amigos.
Yeah, and right now, it's a tough one as KCorp has 8 goals to German Amigos 2, and then you look all over the stat line, and it's the same story regardless of what it is, other than maybe saves, because obviously you see German Amigos just getting turn away after turn away after turn away, but eventually with all of that pressure, KCorp's going to force a crack on the defensive line, and that's what we've seen every single game. Yeah, it hasn't been the story of game 1 where it's been 5 goals from KCorp, but they've gotten just the one they need, and they just hold on.
I still think it's possible for German Amigos to take a game at least and to get back into it, but the only way I think it happens is if we see pretty much 100% accuracy with these shots. I mean, they've only been getting at most maybe 3 shots in a game, and for German Amigos, you get 1 opportunity and it's a quality opportunity. You have to put it away. You have to. If you're not putting these chances away, it's over. Because somebody like Vatira is on the other side and he's making you pay.
Okay. So watch Itachi. Not only gets the touch, not only gets the 50, but gets a Team bump from Catalysm and Ivan in the corner there. Everything going right for KCorp and everything going wrong from German Amigos. On match point, 5 seconds into the game, and they're already down by 1.
Yep. And now, honestly, I forgot to even mention that this is going to be a reverse sweep for German Amigos in the best of 7, which we rarely see against KCorp. All stacked against them. But you know what? I'm not counting them out yet. I'm not.
Oh, I know.
Yet.
You're giving them.
There it is. There it is.
You're not counting them out. The hopium is real from Turtle, and he's just trying to will them to victory. This one was a weird one, an own goal, and then a demo, but I don't even know what's going on.
Maybe the key is to not shoot it on target and confuse Karmine Corp like that. That initial shot wasn't even a shot to begin with. It bounced off Itachi and then went in.
I've always said if you don't know what you're doing, your opponent surely doesn't, and that's exactly what unfolded on that play as Ivan. The aggression out early. Catalysm good 50, and Vatira gets that one turned away as Ivan puts another shot on, and Vatira with another save.
All right, this is a good game
nice
initially for German Amigos, even if they weren't intentionally trying to score before. And Catalysm has to get a touch. He finds it. Exotic doing some solo plays. He almost landed on it. You saw what would have happened. Itachi got a similar goal off the backboard yesterday, and almost with a follow-up would have been Exotic.
Oh, man, and Vatira coming in, and Turtle, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, is, boo, Exotic. Boo, he broke up a Rule 1 on the side wall. The disrespect. Ivan needs to come out and put a demo on him.
They're trying to get back to the grand finals, okay? They don't have time for your little games, Scooby.
That's what we're playing as a game. What are you talking about?
This is serious business. What are you talking about?
This is life.
Bro?
Rocket League is love. Rocket League is life.
Thank you.
But as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a Rule 1 break and rudely interrupted by a Vatira goal to take the lead. Every time they score first, they seem to win.
Yeah.
Well, at least the last 17 games. So it's going to be a tough one for German Amigos.
And you respect what Catalysm was doing there, looking to set up, I believe it was Ivan off the backboard to go for, a team pass in your own and get a better clear, but the touch was too slow. Exotic had it read and got a nice little pass out to Vatira. Up again, and Subi, you keep getting interrupted. Maybe now is your chance to get that in. What were you gonna say?
Probably not even relevant. It doesn't even matter. If I don't remember, then it's all good. I just get upset when people interrupt me.
So, you get distracted from beauty. That is Vatira in this team right now.
Exactly. That's why I can never talk when you're around.
Okay, thank you. Ooh.
You're very welcome. But again, like you've been talking about, Turtle, German Amigos. It's not that.
Wow.
They got lucky there, but it's not that they're playing bad. It's just KCorp is that good. And right now, great read from Ivan. Great field awareness. Recognizes, hey, there's 2 KCorp players behind me. If I put this one on target, it's a goal. And tie ball game at halftime.
And this is the efficiency I was talking about. They only have 3 shots, but they've got 2 goals. 2 out of 3 put in for German Amigos. It's still not enough to take the lead, but now they've got themselves in the game and might potentially take off 1 in this series from Karmine Corp. I'd love to see some demos get involved. They're making KC in some uncomfortable spots. Is it enough? Do they have what it takes to close this one out?
Yeah, and I think they're listening to you here, Turtles. I've seen Ivan already go for bumps and demos, and that seems to be his main focal point right now is the aggression. He's just hunting, trying to get a little bump on Vatira, or Itachi there, I'm sorry, as Vatira pushes this ball towards central. And Ivan going to keep it alive for German Amigos. This ball going to go down. Exotic, a big boom downfield. Itachi can't read that one, and Catalysm getting things going. And how rare is it that we see KCorp on their back heel, and, German Amigos being the ones aggressive.
Definitely the longest stretch of time that we have seen this ball in the blue half. Itachi, slow dribble out, and as soon as we talk about it, this is clear downfield. Tox rushing to get back. Here we go, 1:18 to go. Good 50-50, and then better speed from Ivan. Vatira, uncharacteristically out of position, and now he's forced to get the save. He comes up with it, but there's more pressure on the side of German Amigos.
Yeah, not many times are you going to see Vatira beat to a ball, and Ivan just went full send on that one. Less than 60 seconds to go here in game number 4. Can KCorp capitalize on this push forward as Ivan goes up and again beats Vatira? And German Amigos continue with the aggression. The demo comes out on cue. Catalysm needs to get that ball central. He does, but well read. And the defense of KCorp holds strong.
Vatira hit the brakes and read out that ball, like you said. Immediately denied it. Infiltrated the passing lane. But this is all tied up. The most stressed out I think we've seen Karmine Corp. Their back's against the wall. They're not in the lead anymore. They have no security. And they're looking at a potential overtime, and now more defense is played on the blue half.
Yeah, I like the way German Amigos are playing right now. The way they're kind of driving around and getting demos and going for the ball with 10 seconds to go. Feels like they're down one goal. Feels like everything is on the line right now. As Talk's going to fold this one up, take it to his own back wall. And my goodness, how much boost does he have in the tank? And the answer is not enough as we go into overtime, game number 4.
Vatira's happy to smack that one down. Rough 50-50, but it's a good kickoff. It's a little bit wide. I think if that was still on target, Vatira would have found a save. The only option would have been maybe a dribble, but a good look. And you can see how threatening German Amigos can be, and they have been converting well. 6 shots now on 2 goals. Here we go, back towards the blue half. KC have to play a lot more defense, and I don't think they're as happy to do so.
No, definitely not. It looks like chaos on the side of KCorp right now, and for German Amigos, that's exactly what you want to instill into them. Is Itachi can't even read that ball up the wall. Exotic got the demo on the back line. Here comes Ivan. Turned his sights off the ball, looking for defenders instead. Couldn't find anyone as Itachi keeps this ball out of the blue half, and back and forth we go. Tox went for boost. I don't know about that decision, but
here we go, 3-on-1.
Kira unable to capitalize. Is the demo going to come through? Flip reset does, but Itachi able to get up that back wall.
And that looks so promising for German Amigos. 3 players. One was infiltrating the back line, one was behind the ball, and then another lurking at that second/third man, and just can't convert, but good chances overall for German Amigos. This certainly has to be their game, right? It has to be, but instead Itachi, he's got other plans.
I mean, he got the flip reset. The defense just totally respected that, and yeah, Tox was expecting the flip to come out. Itachi got it, but didn't utilize it. Great patience on that one to pull off the sweep over German Amigos, and once again, KCorp has found themselves in a grand finals.
Back to the grand finals they go. These boys, I mean, they are so consistent this season. It has been a ridiculous showing. And now, as much as we love to talk about KCorp, I still got to give a lot of respect to German Amigos. I thought they played routine here and very consistent. It's just hard to match a lot of the speed out of KCorp, but they kept it close somewhat, at least in this game. And there were glimpses of highlights, Subi, that I was pretty impressed with, but at the end of the day, just not enough.
Not enough, and it's tough, especially when you're going against the official European Online Warriors for now, but the grand finals are awaiting them.
Yep, and we've got more Rocket League action, but before we get into it, we're going to go to a quick break. Stay with us.